Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Can everybody hear me clearly? Okay. I just want to thank everybody for showing up. Thank Jamaica for this throwing on this event. And thank my brother Tamal. My name is powerful, but Gordon is my government name, it's my family name, and I appreciate both because Gordon is my father's name, and I'll always live for him as well. So regardless of what, everything works out the same way. And Tamal came up here and gave a great speech. Inside we call him a historian, and you know why we call him that, because y'all just finished listening to hear what he could do. Like Tamal, I just got released from prison. I did 24 years and a half. I went to prison at the age of 16. My decision and what I've done to lead me to that path, it was something that I will always be remorseful for. It was something I always strive for to make something better. And people don't understand that, actions that we take as children, as people in so-called ghetto environments, or the hood, as you want to say, some of these things is not, our own decisions. Some things are systematic. And people don't understand when things are systematic, we have no choice but to follow. And going to prison for me became an eye-opener, but it also became a life changer. I got educated in prison. I got my master's degree in prison, and I got from my GED to my master's degree in prison. And I came out here, and I'm still pursuing education. And for me, education is the thing that allows me and allows other people to progress and move forward in this world. Because in order for us to change anything, we have to educate the people. And we can't educate our communities if we're not educated ourselves. So when I come to my community as a member of the community and want to help them uplift, I gotta have the knowledge, I gotta have the experience to help them and see this way as I saw it. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Plato. Plato has a story, it's called Allegory of the Cave. And on this cave, people have been stuck in one way for most of their lives, some for all of their lives. And they only see shadows on the wall. And these shadows to them become their reality because they don't know nothing else. They're not allowed to turn their necks. All they see is this. And then you have one person who breaks out of these chains and go towards the light and see that something else exists. And when he comes back to tell the people, they look at him like he's crazy because they know this don't exist. There's nothing else besides what we have. So it's the same scenario when we go back into certain communities and try to tell people that there's another way. There's a different way. But we have to show them. We can't just go there and tell them that this is a better way. We have to walk that path as well. Because one thing people do, people watch your movements. And regardless of what, you are always on job. You are always on the spotlight because people are going to look at you and see if your ways and your actions going with the words that you say. And people don't understand that. Also, like Tamal said, that we have to continue this, what I call as a discourse. It's not what I call, but we know what a discourse is. A discourse is the community. A discourse is the language that's spread within the community. But the discourse that we need to show and spread from now on is that all people do matter. Black lives matter, but all people do matter because we can't form a community with just one person. We can't form a community with just one group of people. Everybody has to play a part when determining and trying to reach a better future. When we try to see something better, only way we can do that is together. Jamaica started off and she says that everything started, the fight in the cage. People don't understand what that cage means. That cage is something that is not only just one place. The cage can also become an aspect in your mind because people, no matter what, you may be free physically, but mentally you're still locked in that cage. And there's a lot of people I do know who still have this problem. But the thing is, to break out of that cage is to get involved. Is to get involved with your community. Because people like everybody that's here, y'all show that support. Y'all give me power. It's not something I could do for myself. I didn't even come here to plan to speak, but just being here, it makes me want to speak because I know the power of community. And the only way I can be embedded inside of a community is let the community know who I am. And let the community know what I can do. And together we can form a better tomorrow. And this is the thing that's important. So Black August is not just something that we celebrate for just 1 month. The struggle always has been. And the struggle will continue. But no matter what, there will always be resistance. Nothing can come out of a situation or a particular position without a rebellion, without a revolt. We know this. Everything has to have a clashing point in order for something to change. But this clashing point does not necessarily means that we have to be out fighting, looting, and going crazy. No, the change and the clash will come from the intellectuals, come from the mind of the people. It comes from the collectiveness of the people. And this is the only way that can happen. And so for most people that's here right now, like Simone said, take what you want to take from here. It's not like certain things. You might not like everybody's speech. You might not like the whole speech. But there was one aspect this guy said. There was one aspect Jamaica said that touched me. And this is the aspect I'm going to go with. Because I know during my path and during my journeys, I will run into another person who needs to hear this. Because this is what it's all about. People don't realize you talk. People don't listen all the time, but one person, but you might catch that one person who's actually listening, who's actually hearing what you say, because it's not just words. Words is just, words are arbitrary. Words can be interpreted any way possible, but how you internalize the words that you hear is something that now makes you a better person, and it also helps you deliver a message to other people. And I see a lot of young people here too. That's a blessing for me, because our future, our destiny is with the young. And for most of us who's up there in ages, I ain't gonna blow nobody up, but we gotta understand our time is coming. And only way we can keep this movement going, the struggle, the survival, the resistance, the rebellion, we gotta get the young people involved. I love the young people of today's society because they changing all dynamics. They changing all social norms. They changing everything. They changing how we even look at things. I love the pronouns. I came out, I didn't know what a pronoun was. Which I mean pronouns. I'm looking at it at the grammar perspective. And I'm like, yo, y'all bugging out. I don't know what y'all talking about. Don't go together. But I love it because now what happens, it changes dynamics. It makes you now appreciate the person who you're talking to. I speak to a person them days, their pronoun. Okay, now I gotta adjust my brain to understand what that means and how to relate to that person, because this is who you are. Just like I said, my name is powerful, and people call me powerful because this is who I am, and this is who they know I want to be. So therefore, when I run into you, you have your own personality, your own design, your own style, your own pronouns. So this is how I address you as. And understanding that is now how we going to help community grow, because we got to know what each person is capable of. Each person here have a ability, a specialty. And we're going to find out what that is, and we're going to utilize that specialty and that ability to create what we want to see. And we can't do it by just ignoring people. We can't ignore nobody. Everybody has a voice. All of us. We all have a voice. And this has been proven each and every day. I love coming up here. I just moved up here for school. But since I've been up here, I ran into some amazing people that I didn't even know exist up here. And I love it. I love the community. I love everybody, man. I appreciate y'all. And I thank y'all again for coming out and showing the love, man. Definitely. Thank you, Jamaica. Thank you, everybody.